Well, hey everyone, Andy Serwich here with Altero Software, coming to you from Microsoft Ignite in sunny Orlando, Florida. Now, if you've watched, some of our content or read some of our ebooks, you might recognize the guy standing next to me. I've got Dave Kawula here. How's it going?
It's going great, Andy. Thanks for having me on your session today.
Hey, absolutely. Always love to have you here. Love talking to you about technology. And what I wanted to focus on specifically today, because I know it's kind of your jam, is Storage Spaces Direct. So, I know you've dealt a lot with S2D in the field, and I thought it'd be interesting to talk about not only what it is and why IT pros should be using it, but also maybe talk about a success story or two that you've had deploying it in the field. So I guess let's start with, what is Storage Spaces Direct, and why should IT pros be looking at it?
Yeah, I think the bigger question, instead of what is Storage Spaces Direct, should take a step back and say, what is hyperconvergence? Right? Because Storage Spaces Direct is part of that hyperconverged family. And so Storage Spaces Direct, hyperconvergence, is going to take and collapse the traditional tiers of IT infrastructure that you have. So in a normal data center, you would have 3 tiers. You would have compute, you would have networking, and you would have storage. Hyperconvergence squishes down 2 of those layers together with the compute and the storage, making them one. How you build it out is you just take commodity components and you form a SAN with that, a software-defined SAN.
I think that's the most interesting thing, and often the biggest struggle that a lot of IT pros have, where, you think for the last 10, 15 years, IT pros have been used to going out and, okay, I'm talking to this storage vendor or this storage vendor, and we're going to buy this rack-sized solution. They're used to that mentality. So the idea of taking commodity hardware and packing it all into this HCI solution is kind of foreign, right?
No, absolutely. And I think the other big benefit that you get in moving to this hyper-converged platform, specifically Storage Spaces Direct, Andy, is tremendous cost savings. Because if you're buying appliances from different vendors that are out there, those come at a premium because they have to take and support their sales staff behind. They've got to support their organization that's building them. There's a big maintenance renewal cost on top of that. And let's just talk about that for a sec, because I think personally, the savings in maintenance renewals alone is enough to justify customer decisions to look at something like Storage Spaces Direct. So let's do some math. Hypothetically, let's say that we have a large environment and we have a maintenance renewal that's coming due for our appliances for $100,000. Right? Maybe you spent $1 million on your SAN. $100,000 is actually pretty cheap.
Right.
Maybe we should actually be $250,000 on that $1 million SAN that we have. And that's a pretty normal number. 25% is pretty standard in the industry. So what ends up happening is now you run that out over the next 3 years. That's $750,000 in just maintenance renewals on that originating $1 million purchase. How this actually works is in the fine print in the license agreements, the maintenance costs can be escalated by any vendor. And so it's based on a suggested retail price. So you could incrementally go up from there. All right, now let's take a look at Storage Spaces Direct and how this would play out in a similar equation. First of all, you're going to take and put $750,000 back in your pocket. How are you going to do that? You're going to do that very simply by just going out and buying commodity servers. So if you're a Dell person, you're going to be going out and buying Dell R730 XDs. If you're HP, DL380s. We're very familiar in industry with that type of a 2U chassis. You're going to load it up with some solid state disks. Maybe you're going to take and put in some spinning disk in behind, run a hybrid solution, or maybe you're just interested in running all flash and not tiering that data. At the end of the day, though, what you're actually paying for is just the hardware parts, just those components. You already own Storage Spaces Direct. It comes with Windows Server 2016, and it comes with Windows Server 2019. It's already there. It's part of the data center licensing SKU. So there's no additional cost in the long run to running this. So the only thing you're going to be paying moving forward is hardware maintenance. So just trimming that maintenance off of those expensive SANs and the expensive appliances is typically enough for customers to start making the switch, let alone all the performance gains and benefits that go along with it.
Right. I mean, that by itself, like you said, that almost justifies it, by itself without any other consideration. So yeah, that's definitely a good point. So for IT pros that are trying to learn S2D, what are some good resources for them to go take a look at?
Oh, for sure. So one of the really good places to start is a docs.microsoft.com. That's kind of the source, the truth of information. You could also check out my blog at www.checkyourlogs.net. We've got an over 50-part series in there. You can also grab my Master Storage Spaces Direct book, and that's going to be available for free for you on LeanPub. So just go to www.leanpub.com. Just search for Storage Spaces Direct on there. I'm the only book in there. Slide the slider bar all the way to the left. It's free.
Sounds good. So those are some great resources there. Well, thanks for talking to us today. Really appreciate it, and appreciate taking the time. And, I'm going to have to get you back in front of the camera for a webinar or a podcast or something else over on the Altero blogs at some point. So looking forward to doing that as well.
Awesome.
So thanks, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Andy.
Yeah, definitely. And thanks for watching today's video. And be sure to check out our other Ignite-related videos. Catch you later.